We have done all sorts of talking already, and frankly, I'm just ready for the Super Bowl to get here. But there is another aspect of this game that is worth looking at, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line and whether or not Patrick Mahomes will have the time to throw. In an article titled Chiefs Eagles 5 Things to Watch in Super Bowl LIX, to close the 2024 season, Kansas City's chance to make NFL history will collide with the talented, vengeful Eagles from Arrowhead Pride by Ron Kopp. We get the following. The ultimate game of the 2024 season is here. The Kansas City Chiefs 17-2 square off with the Philadelphia Eagles 17-3 in Super Bowl LIX at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Kickoff is set for 5:30 p.m. Arrowhead time. The city of New Orleans is hosting the title game for the 11th time. I don't know why I took all of this. 55 years later, the Chiefs are returning to New Orleans with a chance to make NFL history. No team has ever won 3 consecutive Super Bowls. The Chiefs' motivation to be unprecedented 3-time defending champions will go head-to-head with the hunger and revenge from Philadelphia's side. Here are 5 things to watch in an epic matchup, and the one thing that I wanted to highlight for this video is this: Patrick Mahomes playing through traffic. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes saved his most impactful performance for the season in the AFC Championship game in a win over the Bills. Specifically, he was disciplined and in the pocket and efficient with quick passes, completing 12 of 15 attempts for 140 yards and a touchdown. He also made the most of each rushing opportunity. He or the ball will likely need to get out quick against Philadelphia, even though the Eagles blitz at the 5th lowest rate in the NFL. Defensive coordinator Vic Fangio's scheme will center around trusting a talented 4-man rush unit headed by defensive tackle Jalen Carter. Carter nearly exclusively lines up to the offense's right of the ball. That primarily puts him against right guard Trey Smith, but left guard Mike Caliendo has interior disruptors like Mike Hilton, Mike Williams, Milton Williams, Jordan Davis, or Moro Ojomo to work against. The defensive tackle room has 4 sacks and 25 quarterback pressures combined this playoffs. Center Creed Humphrey will need to keep his head on a swivel to uphold the front of the pocket. Second-year edge rusher Nolan Smith has 4 sacks this postseason himself. He will primarily align over the Chiefs' right tackle, Jawan Taylor. Now, outside of penalties, Jawan Taylor has actually been pretty solid this year, especially he's more of a pass blocker than a run blocker. So will Nolan Smith get his share of pressures? I think absolutely you're not going to stop a guy like Nolan Smith from having some impact on the game. But we get from Sharp Football Analysis the following: offensive line pass block win rankings have the Kansas City Chiefs at 3rd with 69%. Now they have the Philadelphia Eagles at 70%, so these number 2. So we have the 2 and 3 pass block teams in the NFL. I will say that the Eagles' pass block win rate is helped by the fact that the Eagles are such a run-heavy team. The Chiefs are not such a run-heavy team, and remember, this is not how many passes the offense runs. This is not how good is your quarterback. It's pass block win rate. So if Patrick Mahomes takes the snap and rolls out left and the right defensive end never gets close to him, the right offensive tackle can still be graded out with a pass block loss. So this is much more of a comprehensive stat than just how many times did the quarterback get hit, because a good quarterback can have a very large make a very large difference on that number. Now, notice the Kansas City Chiefs are also number 2 in run block win rate. One way to stop Patrick Mahomes: slow Saquon Barkley plus Super Bowl matchups. This is from The Athletic. and it is another bit about the Chiefs and the passing game. So delaying Patrick Mahomes might be the Eagles' best shot to win. Mahomes has won 80% of his 132 regular season games and playoff games that he started. When he is slow to find his receivers, i.e., his average time to throw is above 3.26 seconds, he's gone 5 and 10. Very interesting fact there. It should be great news for defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. His Eagles have flustered quarterbacks with the NFL's third slowest throwing time, 3.24 seconds, right around Mahomes' difficulty zone. This defense has been better in the playoffs, dragging Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, and Jordan Love to an average of 3.32 seconds per pass, about 0.4 seconds worse than their combined regular season average of 2.9 seconds. The problem? This game is strength on strength. Fangio's defense is known for limiting explosive plays and forcing offenses to settle for shorter looks, but the Chiefs thrive on methodical drives, evidenced through their explosive play rate, 32nd, drives per game, tied for 30th, and success on third downs, 2nd. That's where Andy Reid comes in. When he's not busy chartering planes for cheeseburgers, he's 8-0 against Fangio-coached defenses. I'd expect Kansas City to again attack backup linebacker Oren Burks and the rest of the intermediate level, where the Eagles have been their weakest. They rank 15th in EPA passes against passes of 10 to 19 yards, but rank first or second otherwise. That 10 to 19 yard range is very, very interesting. If you look at the games that the Eagles lost, it appears that 10 to 19 yard range is very much in the middle of the field as well. The Eagles seem to have trouble covering over the middle of the field, something that bodes well for the Kansas City Chiefs and Travis Kelce in this game. But one thing we haven't really seen with this offense and is kind of surprising, the fact that when Hollywood Brown was brought to the Kansas City Chiefs, he's a guy that averaged about 10 yards per reception the last time he played a full season. That's kind of where Hollywood Brown likes to live. DeAndre Hopkins, the typical possession receiver, loves to live around that 10 to 19 yard range. Then you get into looking at what it was that Xavier Worthy did in college, and he was very good in that intermediate range as well. I think if the Chiefs have the time to attack the Philadelphia Eagles defense in the way that they want to, the way that they want to will be over the middle of the field in that 10 to 19 yard range. This offense has really, really done well when targeting that range downfield, and that, I think, will, in fact, open up the deep stuff in this game. We haven't seen the Kansas City Chiefs take terribly many shots downfield this season. It hasn't happened really all year. Once or twice a game with Xavier Worthy, and it just hasn't connected yet. The intermediate range for this Eagles defense being so weak, what that can do is open up double move opportunities. So you're getting picked apart in the middle of the field with Travis Kelce, with DeAndre Hopkins. All of a sudden, you start completing a couple to Xavier Worthy, one to Hollywood Brown, all in this 10, 12 yard range. All of a sudden, all four receivers, Travis Kelce, Hollywood Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy, they all stop right around that 12-yard mark, and then Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy turn around again and dart upfield. This opens up big play abilities because obviously the Eagles this year haven't faced Patrick Mahomes, which means they haven't faced a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. So if he's able to tear them apart in that intermediate range during most of the game, taking shots deep will open up as the game goes on. That is all I have for this video. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting a like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other Kansas City Chiefs fans. If you find yourself here by chance but not design, the Chiefs are the only thing I talk about on this channel, dropping multiple videos every single week. And I hope to have you back for the next one.